off talking about what we all need to talk about, right? Which is how this astrology not only affects us. We know we're affected by the moon. We know all this, but one of the things that I feel like is a one of the things that I'm like, why would you do that to us? It's to not tell us that based on where we move in this world, we are affected by a chart. Why not tell me that? I need to know these things so I can pick my destinations for travel different. Okay. When family reunions are set in a certain location, I'm not showing up. You know what I'm saying? These are pertinent information of things that we need to know. So, what I'm going to do today, I'm going to use my astrocartography and I'm going to show you guys how to move around. But I also want to take this class too to also hopefully y'all went on ahead and logged in on astro.com. You created a quick profile. I'm going to show you how to get to the Astro Click travel part of it based on me taking you through mine, okay? And then I'm going to just show you a couple of things. We're going to talk about what it is that I'm working on now, like as we went through these major transitions and we still got more on the way, right? I'm going to talk to you guys about what I'm doing, what's on my vision board, and how I'm using astrocartography to put me in alignment to that. So it makes it easier for y'all, regardless of whether or not you're trying to move, whether or not you're trying to do business, it doesn't matter, okay? This is about location. Who are you based on location? Okay, so we're going to talk about moving this around, letting y'all see how to work it. And then we're going to, I want, if you guys have already, at least in your mind, if you say, okay, with Gigi, I have thought about a location that I want to move, a location that I want to do business, a location where I want to vacation for this year. Just give me one location, okay? And then I'm going to, with you in the class today, if you want to, we're going to put you on speaker on the speaker part so I can look at your chart and then we're going to talk to you about that, okay? Like if you are saying like, well, I want this for business, but then you chose a location that's not for business, right? We're going to talk about it. So that's why I wanted to kind of keep this class small and wanted to go over. So I locked the class up so we can be able to have that conversation. And then after we go through that, me showing you guys how to just use your astrocartography, how to work it, then I'm going to end out the class with us talking about the astrological aspect. So we are going to recap what just happened to us, okay? The first eclipse. What happened? Oh my God. What is happening? Who we didn't check ins with? What happened? We're gonna talk about that. Also, talk about the Mercury retrograde, okay, in Aries, along with Venus retrograde in Aries. All right, we're gonna talk about that, and then we have one other eclipse that's coming up in this month. Depending on how time is, okay, and depending on how sleepy y'all are, because y'all already talking about you sleeping now, you need naps. So depending on time, if we have time, I will also talk about the upcoming eclipse too, so you guys can again use all this information and be prepared and be ready for what's getting ready to happen to us in a week and a half. All right, sounds good. We all on the same page. We all ready. Period. Hey, me and Michelle. See, you just came in, boo. All right, so what I want you guys, Jamaica, you finna say something? You got your hand up. I don't know if you're talking to me or yourself.
No, I just was doing
Okay.
that. You was
Okay.
like asking us, and
Okay.
I was like, yeah, we
Period.
good.
Good. Okay. So what I want you guys to do first, go to your, let me share my screen. Just in case. All right. So from the website, from the astro.com website, right? I don't know if you guys are on your phones or on tablets or whatever. Okay. So by as best as we can, let's navigate it. So wherever you are on your screen, I want you to go to My Astro. When you go to My Astro, it should automatically pull up your profile. Okay. Because I got several profiles in to pull up, but you're going to go to your profile and it should take you to this main screen right here. Okay. When you get to this screen, I want you to scroll all the way down and this is all of these are free tools. So now that you guys have created a profile, all of this stuff is all free astrology tools. So they give you, even if you go into these, even if they don't give you a full chart or breakdown or whatever, they'll at least give you um some aspects of some things that you need to know. So this is a really great tool, okay, to use to just have a profile on anyway. Now, get into your Astro Click Travel. You're going to scroll down and you're going to go to where it says special, okay? Under the special tab, you'll see Astro Click Travel, okay? And you're going to click on that. All right. Everybody in the chat room, let me know that you got to that. So if you clicked on that, we should be at this screen right here. So if you have this screen in front of you, let me know in the chat, yes, you are on task. If you didn't get a chance to create the profile and you just coming to class and you don't know what's going on, don't worry. Just go ahead and just catch up. So meaning like I sent everybody links out to be able to go to astro.com to go ahead and put the information in. So you're going to start there. Astro Click Travel is what we want, is where I want you. Okay. Let's see. Where's my chat? Friend, I'm not. It's your birthday, so don't you get mad at me. What I'm about to do, friend. Don't do it. I want you to say hey to the class. I'm in class, friend. I want you to say hey to everybody in class. Say hey. It's friend birthday. Say hey, happy birthday, Brandy.
Birthday.
Happy birthday.
I knew you was gonna say I was wrong for that, but I'm in class, friend. So I'm about to call and I get out. Okay. 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 I'll call you back. All right, bye. All right. Everybody got, let's see. All right, I see Jasmine say got it. Crystal says she got it. Jamaica got it. Nidra got it. Michaela got it. Okay. Do you need to add a card to use? No. There's nothing, no card. So once you click that link, all you gotta do is go on there and create your profile. When you create your profile, it'll get you to this next part. Okay. Nini, you say no? Wait. You say yes, and then you say no. Girl, don't confuse me. Where we at?
I
Nini?
was responding to her when she said, and when she asked
Oh,
if we
you
need
was
a
from the
card.
her. Oh, okay. Okay, got it. Okay. All right, me says she got it too. All right, so somebody in the chat, Carissa, you got yours? You working on it? You got yours too? Okay, Carissa got hers. So if somebody could in the chat help me and Michelle get to where we are, okay, in the chat while we go through. Now, as you can see, when you get to this page right here, y'all see all these lines? Right here is what people check out. Right here, they like, I don't know what in the world this is. I don't got nothing to do with this. I'm out of here. What you are literally looking at, you're looking at your entire natal chart spread across the entire world. Okay, that's what you're looking at. So, meaning in certain parts of the world, certain parts of the energies, your moon energy is stronger, your Venus energy is stronger, your Jupiter is stronger because of the characteristics of the chart. So we're looking at ley lines and grids. You're looking at so much when you're looking at these astrocartography. When I tell you the entire, like, when you just open your mind to what cartography is, if y'all would just go and study the word cartography, it is so huge to where when I really think about it, I get lightweight scared because I'm like, if they know this about us, oh my God. Y'all talking about tracking systems and homing device. What you talking about? You already drew out. They have your birth information is public knowledge. So this is public. We are public knowledge to the information that we're supposed to be contained. So it's massive on one end, but on the other end, the genius that's behind this, that is God, that is the creator, is another amazing thing. So when you're looking at this, it's giving you not only all of your, again, your planets and your aspects are all listed at the bottom. So now this is where it's going to get a little bit like, what am I looking at? You have to know some basics of astrology when it comes down to reading and dealing with these charts. What do I mean basic astrology? Symbolism. If you could just know the symbols of the planets, know the symbols of the signs, the way you look at astrology is going to change because most of the things that's out here is being thrown at us is not you looking at the word Aries or you looking at the word Taurus. It is the symbol of Aries or the sun or the moon. You're looking at symbols. So this is what you're looking at on this perspective. Now, I'm going to show you guys what my astrocartography looked like when I was living in Atlanta. The reason why I'm going to show you that is because I'm going to show you guys how important it is to not only look at these things, but I want to show you that my move from Atlanta to Mexico wasn't really that different. And I know y'all like, what you mean? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show. This is why this is beautiful. Wasn't really that different. I am in some of the same experiences, different people in a different part of the world. Okay, so now it ain't got nothing to do. It ain't got nothing to do. It's gotta be some. There's gotta be some connection points here, and it is some connection points. So I'm gonna show you Atlanta. I'm gonna show you Playa del Carmen. I'm also going to show you my vision for where I'm getting ready to move, because I'm moving this summer. So my lease is up here in June and I'm out. Okay. I'm going to the lines I need now. The energy that I'm pulling on now I need some difference. I don't want what I had in Atlanta. That's why I live in Atlanta. No, we get out of here. Okay. So we're going to talk about where I'm going, why I'm going, the astrocartography for that, and then also some of the other places that I am traveling and what the astrocartography looked like for that, so that you can also then pinpoint in your stuff. Okay. So now let's hone in. Y'all see this red X cross with the circle right here on your thing? That is your birth chart. So if you zoom into that, that's exactly where you were born. Okay. Your girl's born to Louisiana. That's where it's at. Okay. If you was ever questioning where I am on the boot, right there. I'm at the top part where you tie the laces of Louisiana. Okay. Now, when you look at, let me zoom out. Let's go to Atlanta. So when you're looking at your chart, you can literally zoom in and out of these charts. Okay. So meaning when you get into this view of it, me and Michelle, did you were able to pull yours up? Okay, you got it? Okay, period. Good. All right, so Atlanta, right? Now, the way you're going to look at your astrocartography, the reason why I made y'all go to this site is because you don't have to do any mental calculation. Meaning, because you don't necessarily know symbolism as much, some of y'all do, not everybody, but because you are not on top of your symbolism, most websites give you astrocartography, they give you the lines, but they do not give you a description and a breakdown. Astro.com gives you a description and a breakdown, and it gives you a kilometer within the degrees of where this energy is. It is beautiful. It's an amazing tool. Okay. So the way that you find out what your energy is or what placements you have surrounding those areas is you literally click on the city or the area. Okay. So we're going to click on Atlanta for me. Okay. When I click on Atlanta, on the right-hand side of your screen, or depending on if you're on your phone, it may be at the bottom, okay? It's going to give you what it is that energy is. So if you look at right here, I clicked on Atlanta, and what came up for Atlanta was my Chiron crossing my MC line, okay? We know Chiron is wounded healer, right? We know that. Chiron helps you to deal with things in your childhood, stuff that you may not have been able to face, maybe some things within your parental raising, how you was raised. And the MC line is the same as your 10th house, okay? It is your Saturn placement. It is the Capricorn energy that is driving you to your social destiny, who you're supposed to be in this world. Your 10th house governs that. Your money comes with your 10th house because it's about who you say you was going to be and who you're going to be, the discipline that it takes to do that. So my Chiron, my wounded healer, is meeting the energy that's dealing with who I am when it comes down to my professional, my social life. Okay. That happened in Atlanta. Let's read what it says, right? Chiron MC line. It gives me that I'm at 144 kilometers in. That means they're only talking about the one line from the next line. So I'm 144 into this kilometer line of where Chiron and MC line hit together, right? It's also telling me that this energy is more beneficial on the eastern side of the line. So meaning from this line to my next line. So I would have to zoom out to show y'all, like, my lines in the States are not like, all of my lines are overseas. But you can see from this line to this line, right? It's giving you the points of ranges of energy from this way, and it's giving you the point of ranges from down. So it's going longitude and latitude in that calculation. All right. So you don't have to ask like, okay, what is it calculating? It's calculating however. So think about you in a circle and think about you moving like this. This is what it's calculating. Okay. So more beneficial on the eastern side of the line. So that means everything on this side, this is the eastern side of the line. Okay. The MC line represents the realization of lifetime goals and the safeguarding of important social standings. Connections with the planet Chiron leads to fundamental changes of your personal views regarding these. Traditional value systems lose their meaning, your ideals dissolve, and your ideas of success or career start to transform. This change is mainly due to some deep personal crisis whose origins lies in connection with professional disappointments. A feeling of not being able to complete your task can add to your insecurity. You query the sense of purpose of your previous activities. In the process, you become aware of the overriding influences of your parents, as well as other authority figures in your choice of career. You feel manipulated and rebel against all expectations and search for your own destiny. Far from convention, you enter a new field. You gain insights from humanistic and psychological teachings, as well as esoteric understandings. Your personal wishes and esoteric motivated interests become less important. That is why these regions are particularly suited to the healing professions. You experience an increase in energy as well as recognition and acceptance. Now, if that hasn't been my life up and down, back and forth for the last 20 years, my daughter's 21. Okay. So, and I have to give it another 4 years to that. But I felt like it was really after I had her. Okay. For the last 20 years is what I've been in. I have been in a Chiron placement of learning how to detach from a lot of things from childhood, but also recognizing what it is that I have to do. Okay. So this energy that I've been dealing with, whew, when I tell you that manipulation, whew, the manipulation is strong. That's been one of the strong things. I've been like, what is going on? I thought I was moving this way. It's been strong. So I left Atlanta with that perception of going towards my own destiny, and coming to Mexico definitely helped that because it was more healing here than it was in Atlanta. Now, I'm not saying Atlanta wasn't healing, because if I go back and show y'all who that girl was, but when I moved to Atlanta, it was permed, weaved every week to the butt, you know, different. It was everything. Okay. It was dramatics. It was everything. Okay. Atlanta shaped and molded me because I was inside of my marriage. I was becoming a mom. So it gave me so many things, but it definitely was Chiron for me. It was Chiron, and it was the birth of who am I going to be? Because I went from being a microbiologist to going directly into, being a full-time musician, trying to still manage, several different business, mental health business, managing astrology, start managing all these different things. So the birthing of who I was going to be in my 10th house definitely came out of that. There wouldn't be none of this without the stuff that happened to me in Atlanta. Okay? Wouldn't be none of this. Now, if we slide down, right? Because I was like, I'm out of here, Atlanta. Thank you for what you did for me, but I know I'm done. Okay. Now, as you can see, if I just move this just a little bit down, okay, you'll see this is Atlanta right here, right? Well, you see this is Cancun. Y'all know Playa is right below Cancun. So let's go down there and see. Let's just see what's gonna happen. We're gonna zoom in, okay? And we're gonna click on Playa del Carmen. That's where your girl is. Now, wouldn't I be doggone? That Chiron and MC is still there. It ain't go nowhere. Okay. But what did change was the 119 kilometers, right? So I went deeper in somewhere, went deeper into the bottom of learning some stuff, but it still didn't change any of this. It still is me working on the same energy that I've been working on I don't want it no more. Done. Right. You got to know when you're done. And when you're done, your spirit tell you you're done. So I know coming here to Mexico was the last part of some things that I did not finish in Atlanta. Okay. I know that's what that's what it was for. But now spirit is like, the mission. What is the mission? What is the thing that you know you need to do now? I knew when I came, but even before I came here, I knew that when I took my first ayahuasca journey, that plant medicine was going to be one of the things that I had to help not only my family with, but help melanated families understand this medicine. I knew it because I knew if I could correlate and break down astrology to a lot of people who was like, they ain't never messing with astrology, would never do none of this stuff, Christian people, all types of folks. I knew that my way of breaking things down is a gift. It's a gift for me to be able to help people that can hear to hear that, right? Because so many people are afraid of things because they think to take certain medicines or certain things, you automatically a drug addict and you look a certain type of way. Okay. Stereotypes is what I mean. So there are stereotypes that need to be broken as it relates to how we are doing some healing. So this was a part of that. Had I not finished this lesson here, I wouldn't be so hungry about it. And what I mean is I would still been kind of moving my feet a little slow. But the situations that have transpired, oh, no, 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 no. It's time to go. But as y'all can see, it's the same energy, right? So I shouldn't be confused with having experiencing some of the same disappointments when it comes down to the things that I'm experiencing living here. I shouldn't, because according to Astrocartography, it's telling me that. And it is on point. Everything about it is on point. All right. What's the mission now? I just told y'all, plant medicine. But what do I want to experience? If we're talking about the chart, right? If we only talk about the chart, what do I want to experience? What do I want to pull from? What do I need right now? Okay. Well, I desire community and expansion. Okay. That's first. What goes with community and expansion? Or what goes with expansion? Who want to give me the expansion planet or placement? Who want to tell me what expansion is?
Isn't it Jupiter?
It is Jupiter. Carissa sure is. Okay. So since we know it's Jupiter, right? So that means if I'm a person who wants to expand and I want to draw and attract energy to help me to expand, I need to be looking at my Jupiter line. Okay. I need to be tracing areas and spaces of my Jupiter line. Okay. Now this is not you choosing areas. We're going to talk about choosing areas in a minute. I'm going to talk to y'all about some areas that I chose and what came up in those areas of me choosing, right? But if I want to go strategically based on what I need and desire, my highest point, and my highest point is to expand my life in whatever space that is, I need to be looking towards my Jupiter placement. What is the Jupiter line of the Jupiter place? What does it look like? It looked like a witch hat on your chart, okay? So if you look down on here, see if I can zoom in without it blurring up. You see this right here? See that little witch hat? That hair right there? That's your Jupiter line, okay? Now, as you can see, these lines are going up and they're going down. So you have an AC Jupiter line and a DC line. That's just going up versus coming back down, okay? So what these lines are. But what you are going to look for is your Jupiter line. If you look for your Jupiter line, you're going to automatically find the places where you're going to expand. Now, for me, because I ain't ready to leave Mexico yet, I want to see where that is here, right? If I'm already here, how about can I maybe if it is, does my Jupiter line run across Mexico? And if it does, where? And what does it say? That's the question we got to ask, right? Okay, let's go into it. Well, we see this in Mexico right here. We see this is the Jupiter line, the AC, meaning the ascension line going up. So I can trace this line and go up because I want to see it in Mexico. So if I go and see it in Mexico, we see this is where I am now, but it is now going back towards west, right? So now if we click, if I go any of this area, as I get closer to this, I should be in and around my Jupiter line, okay? So let's see. Now, I'm going to just click here. As you can see, Jupiter line shows up, okay? So between here and here, I'm close. I'm close to the Jupiter line, but I ain't there yet, okay? Now, since I've been here, my property manager of the building I live in is from Oaxaca. As soon as I got here, my very first interaction with a day-to-day person and conversation was a woman from Oaxaca, okay? I have fell in love with Oaxaca cheese. I have fell in love with Oaxaca food. Every time we have the little festivals here and the Oaxaca trucks come up, y'all, I go crazy. I eat like I'm a person who have not eaten in a week, okay? Halloween is my favorite holiday, whatever you want to call it. They have the biggest celebration for Halloween in Oaxaca, okay? The biggest thing that is about Oaxaca is Maria Sabina. If you've ever heard of the mama who is in charge of the mushroom journeys or getting the world to even see about mushroom journeys back in the 60s and 70s when they started to, Maria Sabina is the name you should look up. Maria Sabina is from a city right outside of Oaxaca. It's called just something. But it's right in between. This is Oaxaca. It's right in between Oaxaca and Veracruz, is where Mama Sabina is. Maria Sabina is from. Okay. Maria Sabina is a Leo who she took, just give you a little bit of background on her story. She found some mushrooms, little girl, okay? She was a little girl when this happened. She found some mushrooms out in nature, and one of her relatives was dying, and she took the mushrooms. She don't, story is she took the mushrooms, and the mushrooms told her to take it and give it to her relative. She gave it to her relative, and she healed them. Okay, so she became this little girl healer early on, but it became such a massive thing to where Mick Jagger and a few of the other celebrities wind up coming to Mexico traveling. They wind up finding out about Maria Sabina. She wound up taking them on a mushroom journey, and when she took them on a mushroom journey, it changed their life, okay? Because the type of mushroom that they have in that part of Mexico only grows there, okay? Now, not to say that the culture has not got out, because it has. They're growing it in other places, okay? The United States is growing it, but the originality of where it grows and where it's supposed to grow is there, okay? Saying all this to say, I just told y'all that I knew from the moment I touched ayahuasca that I was supposed to be part of the conversation to get this out. I have been pulled and pulled and pulled towards this direction. And I know why. Because all the things added up. Okay. I had to go to Playa del Carmen first, cut some ties, end some things, let some folks go, like stop carrying folks with you doing that bullshit. And moving on to where the work is. My retreat center will be here. It will be here for several different reasons because the medicine is there. Mama Maria, to this day, is being ostracized in spiritual energy by her family, by the people where she was raised, because they felt that once she opened it up to the celebrities and people came in, where she had no clue of knowing that this was going to happen, it changed the city. So change the city, meaning people started coming in and like, taking the medicine, raping the mushrooms, not giving no type of praise and worship. So they are still a little disgruntled by this. But I know that I'm also here to get them to understand that even though it may have been something that changed where we are now as a world because of her, we are so grateful. So the energy that we have to give back, the energy that I have to spearhead getting back is right there. You understand? So let's talk. Let's go and look at it. Let me not give my backstory. Let's talk about Oaxaca. Okay, let me click on it. Okay. This is Oaxaca, bottom part of Mexico. Okay. When I click on it, what comes up is my Jupiter AS line. All right. Look at what it says. We know what Jupiter line is. I just told y'all. If y'all want to know what my Jupiter is in Cancer. Okay. My Jupiter is in Cancer in the 12th house. All right. Those important informations and things to know, because this is also me 12th house healing some stuff too. Without any doubt, this line is one of the best and most pleasant places to stay in terms of global horoscope. You are self-confident, enjoy and trust and faith in others, and appear happy and optimistically enthusiastic. You are surrounded by an aura of confidence, freedom, and loyalty. You are generous, open-minded towards others. Your opinions shows tolerance, insight, and kindness. New mental flashes abound to broaden your horizon and instill a deeply religious and spiritual belief. Overseas connections are extremely positive, and when planning or undergoing long journeys, you gain from the cosmopolitan atmosphere of these regions. You will certainly spend a happy, relaxing time at these places. You do need to be careful that you do not succumb to all the culinary temptations. Otherwise, a considerable weight gain will hardly be avoidable. But guess who don't give a shit? Your girl. You know why? Because I'm in the gym. I'm working out so I can eat as much as I want. I am gonna gain weight. I already see it. I already spit and I already showed me the vision. I'm like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that girl right there. She's fine. But no, look at what I'm saying. After 20 years of going through a Chiron up and down, trying to get I need peace. I need community in a different way because the ways in which I've been getting it has been struggle and strife, and I don't want it no more. I don't want it. Has it been great? Yes. Has it been healing? Yes. It has been all those things. But please, can I have some different insights, some different energy around me? Yes, you sure can. You're gonna have to go move and you're gonna have to gain a little weight for it. Bring it on. Bring on the Oaxaca cheese. Okay. Bring on the meat. Because your girl's gonna have a great time. And we're gonna have a great time because that also means I get to now get back to another part of me, meaning I get to open up the space for y'all to come again. Right. For this last 2.5 years, I've been being thrown left and right, trying to figure certain things out about myself and create where is this space for me? Where is this next space of nesting the purpose, right? Atlanta was great about that. Even me being here has been great about that too, because I've definitely learned some things over these last 2 years. I've learned a lot about myself in these last 2 years. It's been great. But this next level, this next 5 to 10 years, where is it? It's right there. I just showed y'all. For me, this is where I'm going. And so I'll be in between Oaxaca. I'm going to also do some stuff in Veracruz too. I already have a friend who I just met a girl on TikTok. When I tell y'all, she has been amazing. When I say amazing, she's been sending me places to stay. Like, girl, you can stay here. What about here? Girl, when you get here, we're going to do blah. And I'm like, who are you? When you are ready to go, Spirit going to give you exactly what you need. Do you hear me? You have to say yes to it though. You can't keep trying to stall yourself. You gotta let it go and move to it. So I'm showing y'all that. Okay. If I click on Veracruz, Veracruz is the same energy. It's just changing kilometers. 130 kilometers difference between 9 kilometer difference. I want to be on that 9, baby. I'm going, I'm going to the 9. Do you hear me? But I'm going to be visiting and doing a lot of things in Veracruz because again, Mama Maria City, where she's from, is in between those two places. Okay. Now, let's talk about how me just choosing a place. Okay. Now, I went to Puerto Rico when my husband first broke up with me, when he was just like, I'm done, I don't want this. I was like, okay, great. I'm out too. You know what I'm saying? I went to Puerto Rico, okay? And it was amazing. Let me tell you how amazing it was before I even click on it. Before I even click on it and let y'all see why I went then and why I'm like, ooh, I'm going back. Everything was covered. Now this was my first time going somewhere where I knew it was going to be another speaking language that I did not speak. But I was ready because at this point I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen to my marriage. I think I want to move overseas anyway. I've been trying to move overseas, y'all, before I got married. When I got out of college, I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to be here. I think I'm supposed to go. But everybody kept trying to scare me. They're gonna kidnap you, the cartel, all these different things I have been waiting on. Okay. Cartels, I'm still looking for the head mafia of the cartel. Where you at, baby? Because man, you better have a great time. Because the way they've been running around here scaring folks, it hasn't happened. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Wasting all this doggone time. I get to Puerto Rico. Okay. And I'm with a friend. Okay. Her dad owns timeshare or whatever over there. I go out to the little beachy thing. I'm sitting out there. And first of all, the first thing I notice is that everybody looks amazing. Okay. The grandmamas, the granddaddies, there is a granddaddy right now in the inside of the doggone thing, and he is dancing with every woman in there, and he is killing it. Do you hear me? He got to be every bit of 89, 90. Okay. Everybody looked great. When I say I was catered to, there was this man who just showed up out of nowhere, who I found out he was a pretty big deal. I found it out later. Showed up, asked me, who are you? What are you doing? I'm like, I am in recovery. Okay. He was like, what kind of recovery? I was like, life recovery. He's like, well, let me help you out with that. Okay. Fed me for the rest of the day. He was like, whatever you want, just tell him it's on me. And I had to ask one of the girls, I said, who is this? She's like, oh, he's here all the time. I'm like, I bet she is here all the time. Okay. I'm gonna be here with him all the time too. I had a great time. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Everything about being in Puerto Rico was great. Okay. Now I didn't know anything about astrocartography then because I wasn't looking for it. This was early on in my marriage when we started to have some little rocky things. So let's click on. Let's see what could have caused that energy. Okay. Now we go over here to this area. This is the area. Okay. Where this thing is out here in this water. Now y'all can see this is San Juan. This is Puerto Rico area. So do y'all see this green line here? You know what that symbolism is? Who can tell me what what this symbol is?
Is that your Venus?
That's my Venus. Do you hear
Uh-huh.
me? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Venus showed up. Okay, so let's click on what happens when we get into this area, okay, of Puerto Rico, all right, and San Juan. Venus, the DC line, okay? Emphasis here lies on all forms of relationships, shared experiences. You feel estranged, unbalanced on your own as if you were only half a person. The desire for completeness and intimate togetherness becomes the greatest motivating force in your life. You're prepared to put aside your own interests and to become fully available to accommodate the needs of your loved one. Ooh, give me some more. What else? Your own personal interests lose their meaning, as it is far more important to love and to be loved by another. Generous compromises are made and small mistakes diplomatically overlooked. As a result of your obligating matter, you receive sympathy, friendship, sincerity. You can feel rejuvenated by being in love and enjoy a happy and social time. When I tell y'all, when I was in, that's all I felt. I wasn't really cared about nothing. I was supposed to go home in 5 days. I extended it to 7. Is what I'm saying to you, okay? Here, beautiful and pleasant people surround you. They attract you in a sensual and erotic way. Come on now. Do y'all hear me? Now, those of you that know me, okay, in this room, y'all know me. The erotic words show up, and I'm just like, hey, who you talking to? Okay. Sensual and erotic way, and you long for closeness, tenderness, and a passionate union. Though through meeting artists of all kinds, you gain insights into the fascinating world of shapes, colors, and sounds. Y'all know I'm an artist. Y'all know I'm working on my music. I'm reactivating my music. This different way of living inspires your own creativity and conveys a feeling for a lighter, less complicated way of life. Do y'all see what I'm saying? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down, as the kids say? Do you hear me? Go where you know you're going to get what you want. That's what I'm saying. And then this doesn't mean that you have to move either. We're not having it. I know the title of the class is It's Time to Move, but where we're going, this is not necessarily meaning for you to completely uproot your location. It's for you to recognize that there are gifts and jewels and things for you in this world, but you're sometimes sitting in your Chiron or you're sitting in your Pluto lines, okay? Pluto lines, even some of our Uranus lines, okay? When you start to get in those, you'll start to see certain things a shift, right? So this right here, for example, this is a Uranus line. This is Uranus line is on the other side. So meaning if one of the places that I know I want to go and visit is Haiti. But I know when I go to Haiti, I'm going to be in my Uranus line. So I'm going to learn some things, but I'm going to feel some senses of wanting to go get out. You know what I'm saying? So there may be a little turbulence. Where we have our Uranus lines is where you're having to break free from something. So it's going to be exciting, but there's also going to be, unrest and excitement dominate your daily life. So that means I'm going from excitement to, what the hell was that? Oh my God, it is pushing me out of my comfort zones because that's what a Uranus line does. It's supposed to push you out, right? So your astrocartography is showing, what do you need? What is it that you are currently working on? Where do you need to go to activate that? I just told y'all for the next 5 years, I am focused on this retreat center. I'm focused, but I'm also focused on love. So I'm going to visit and go to places where my Venus line is so that I can snag me 2 or 3, maybe 4. Okay. Maybe somebody come on, move on back with me. You understand? Go to where you know you can pick up where the things is you know you need, because staying in a space, hoping and wishing and praying when God already gave you all the answers ain't gonna help you. You hear what I'm saying? So go to where the things that you need. I need Jupiter and Venus. Okay. Now, this is Venus. I showed y'all going across Puerto Rico where my Venus line is, but look at when I go through, even if I go in a little bit closer into here, I can still go to Dominican Republic. I can still go to Punta Cana. If I go to Punta Cana, my Venus line is there. So you see what I'm saying? When you click on the things to tell you. Now, when I start to get to San Domingo, it's going to get into my Jupiter and my Pluto. Now, it's crossing Jupiter and Pluto. So it's going to be some expansion, but it's going to be some chaos too. Okay. Pluto is the chaos. Pluto is the game changer. So do I want Jupiter and Pluto? I don't want that. I don't, I'm gonna stay on that Jupiter side. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper on into that side. But if I go to Punta Cana, I'm good. I'm experiencing Venus again. I know if I go to Puerto Rico, I'm experiencing Venus. If I scroll down and go into this part, right? Going into the Colombia area, Venezuela, right? You see this is my Venus line right here. It's going all the way down. So if I was to go to Colombia, Colombia will be okay, but it's not the best because that's my Uranus line again. You see that? Colombia is my Uranus line, but if I went over to Venezuela, though, this part, back in my Venus line. See what I'm saying? So when you start to look at whatever your goals are for this year, I don't care what it is. I don't care. Love, money, you know what I'm saying? Your sun lines are also help to bring attraction. Do you need energy towards you? Depending on what you need is what is going to get. Are you trying to work your Mars energy? Are you being a little too stagnant? You need to go somewhere that's going to help you to move. Follow your Mars lines. All of these up here are giving you those things. You can click on them just at the top of the thing if you want to without having to click on a city. So you can click on them and they'll give you what these are, right? These energies. And you can just go down into them and just read them, right? So knowing what you're looking for. Your moon is working on your emotions, okay? Neptune, we know what Neptune is going to work on our dreams and your dreams, the atmosphere of that, right? So you can click on all these, your Mars line is your sexual energy and your movement. What are you looking for? What are you working on? Okay, so now for y'all chart,